Davey, a good 3 points. What's your kind of thoughts after that?
Thought the game was a wee bit erratic. Thought we started okay. Thought we lost a wee bit of control in the game. I felt I'd have liked to have a wee bit more control in the game throughout the 90 minutes than what we actually had. But I knew there would be a reaction from Dunfermline from their midweek result, so I think you could see that. Game was played at a no bad tempo. First half, by the way, the goal we scores 14 passes. Great wee run, great wee ball, get it up to Tetty, links the game really well. Stephen plays off him, feeds it into him, plays back. Stephen Kelly and Boobsy, Robbie Muirhead's run, I think, brilliant. Honestly, I think it's a fantastic goal because they lock onto us and then we kind of play through the spaces. I'd have liked to have had a wee bit more control in the first half than I felt we did have. Second half, I think Boobsy's incredibly unlucky, and I think looking at last year, we never got that for the wide players. We never got that goal threat. So I thought Boobsy's incredibly unlucky. I felt we also had 2 or 3 chances, and just looking after the ball, the final pass, the execution, and we'd have got that second goal. There's one, we work it well into the wide area, Stephen clips it, it kind of gets heads off the line nearly. Andy Winters is clean through. There's another couple with wee Smithy. I think if he just looks after that final pass, we're clean through and goal. So the game is probably a wee bit more erratic than I'd liked it to have been. I think we've got to take care in the final third a little bit more. But in saying that, I don't think Sham really had a save to make. One maybe down there.
How happy are you with the clean sheet?
I think that's a big one for me. Well, that's a clean sheet last week and a clean sheet this week. So for me, clean sheets win you games of football, and it was shown you today. So you're not going to just go out and play the way you want to play. It's opponent dependent at times. But if you can go and keep clean sheets, there's a good chance you're going to take something from the game. So you want to build that into the next league game and the next league game. So no, really happy with the clean sheet. So it was. Listen, I think you can come to these games, you're at home, and just because we've come on down for the Premier League, it's a new squad. It's no Livingston that we're in the Premier League, it's Livingston that's in the Championship with players roughly at that level now. And you expect to just go and dominate games of football, and well, we done it, how many times did we do it in the Premier League against teams with far bigger budgets, far bigger clubs? So I think ideally we'd have liked to control the game a wee bit more than we did. Thought it was a wee bit erratic, but you get your 3 points, great goal, couple of good chances, we're creating chances, and 3 points. So I think there's a lot to be thankful for, and the boys should take a bit of credit for that.
Mentally as well, it's got to be a good thing, obviously getting one over one of our league rivals as well. That's got to be a good thing kicking into the season as well. Yeah,
I felt, to be honest, I looked at the result midweek. James has kind of got a threadbare squad. He's not really got a lot to choose from now. But I thought his team, there wasn't a lot in the game in terms of, albeit Sham never had a lot to do. But box to box, I don't think there was a hell of a lot in the game. Albeit I think we get the better entries, better chances. Got to do better with them. But I think that's going to be this league. We've got each other to play another 4 times, so it's just football at this level for me. It's just get this game done, tick the box and put it to bed and move on to the next one, and then deal with Dunfermline when we've got to deal with Dunfermline the next time they come here.
Obviously on that, we're going to Cove Tuesday night, quick turnaround. What's your kind of initial planning towards it?
Initial planning? I want to know, I want somebody to tell me why I've been at Cove 3 years in the trot, away from home 3 years in the trot. That's what I want to know. I don't think they take in emissions, They've got to take emissions into account. You go there, and I think mathematically you'll probably win that game, you're going to qualify. I think Forfar, Neely just said to me there, Forfar won in pens, so they got 2 points, but they played an extra game, so the most they can finish on is 8, the most Dunfermline can finish on 6, the most Spartans can finish on is 4. So go and win that game of football. Go and win that game of football and you should be more or less qualified. But it's not going to be easy. I don't think it's just going to be an easy game of football. I know Paul really well, and it's always a difficult game of football up there. So go and win the game on Tuesday night. probably need to freshen it up a wee bit. There's still boys looking at Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. I do think it's a wee bit early in the season for that. We Ollie was knackered. I'd spoke to him about the 4 game. Look, I'll try and get you 60 minutes, but I think he actually got a wee bit longer than that, didn't he? So there's boys that's not played at this intensity. They've not played 90 minutes for God knows how long. We Ollie being one of them. Gowser's been another one who's kind of missed a pre-season, then jumped in and got back-to-back games nearly. So I'm looking forward to Cove. Probably need to freshen it up a little bit. But it's in our hands really, in our hands. So what's Cove sitting on it now? I'm thinking on top of my head, 0 with 2 games.
Yep.
So even like we've got 2 games to pick up 3 points. We should qualify. And for me, that's what it's all about. Go and win the next game of football. What happened to you the day? Put to bed tomorrow morning. The boys will be in tomorrow. Put to bed tomorrow morning. Move on to the next game.
Obviously, this time of year it's busy behind the scenes as well in terms of transfers and everything else. Any closer to anybody else?
Probably looking to move. I've spoke about this with Sammy's game time. He spoke about David Carson. Spoke to David. And by the way, see David and Sammy, even Miles. They're great guys. Like, and probably would like ideally 2 out of the 3 to probably be looking to move elsewhere. That maybe opens up a bit of the budget for someone else, but I think that's us kind of where we are now, with Mo leaving, Gowser coming in at kind of where we are. But I'm pretty hopeful one of them will move on, which opens up a space elsewhere. For me, we've got probably 2 positions all over the park. Like, we've covered that, but I think what I found, and you kind of got a wee bit of deja vu there, going back 6 years to the championship, when we were in the championship, the difference in these games can generally be the top end of the park. So ideally you would probably bring a wee bit of defensive cover in, but ideally I'd rather bring a forward in. I know that's psycho because it's competition for places. I felt we lacked that for large stages of the season last year. After the first round of maybe 8 fixtures, we lacked a real genuine competition for places. So I think if one of these lads, or maybe 2, can push on, hopefully it opens it up to bring someone else in the offensive area, because for me that's where you win games of football. And James will probably say that looking at the game of day. Don't think there was a lot in the game in terms of box to box, 18 yard to 18 yard. I just thought we had a wee bit more quality in the final third, but I'll caveat that with, I think we've got to do a wee bit better in the final third at the same time in terms of the execution, because the game, it could have been a wee bit more comfortable than maybe what it was the last 5-10 minutes.